In today's video, we'll be taking a look at 10 of the most visited countries in the world. In a time where travel bloggers and international travelers flood our social media feeds with incredible tales of their holidays, you can't help but wonder just what is the most visited country in the world? Which stunning scenery do we need to see? Where do we pin on the world map next? What are the top travel destinations? Welcome back to FTD Facts. I'm Sarah Carvalho, and if you're looking to update your destination's bucket list, look no further than the countries in today's video about the 10 most visited countries in the world. Keep in mind, this list is based on the 2019 tourism numbers calculated by the World Population Review. All right, let's get into it. Coming up at number 10, we have the United Kingdom with 39,400,000 visitors. Afternoon tea, posh accents, and of course the Queen have built Britain into an image of refined elegance. Combining the historical sites of Britain, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland under the United Kingdom banner, we have ourselves a myriad of landing points for tourists. While central London and other major cities have tons to offer tourists, Great Britain's outskirts boom with history and sites such as Neolithic stone circles, crumbling castles and forts, Roman baths, and New Age museums. Scotland is home to the wildlands, bridging lofty lochs and tumbling isles with Chain's historic fortresses and what were once battlegrounds. Northern Ireland, in contrast, is popular for its clinking pints of beer and hip cities, drawing from both modern Britain and Scottish Highlands. Coming in at number 9, we have Germany with 39,600,000 visitors. Germany may be remembered for its rocky history, but it is also the birthplace of great thinkers, inventors, and creatives who ushered in the modern era. From the contemporary architectures by Frank Gehry and Daniel Libeskind to lofty museums and automobile factories, you can track the country's cultural footprints. Cast your eyes beyond the Romanesque and Baroque build of Berlin, Munich, and Hamburg to see the swaying path into rural Germany. The valleys unfold into imposing forests and vast vineyards, reaching towards northern dunes and the chilly Alps. Coming in at number 8, we have Thailand with 39,800,000 visitors. The spiritual and celestial guide many of Thailand's cultural practices, prophesizing the intertwining of sacred spaces and nature. As you trail the splendid estates of gleaming temples and intricate shrines, you'll stumble over the roots of ancient banyan trees, past green framed Buddhas, and other floral offerings. Nature is never far. Thailand's rural heartland comprises deep caves, majestic waterfalls, beautiful rice terraces, and oscillating hills. Chaotic city life and serene farmland aside, visitors come for Thailand's dynamic coast. Over 1,000 islands dot its shores, gentle waters giving life to corals and whale sharks. Sea cliffs and sand strips invite outdoorsy travelers to stay and play, whereas the holiday towns of Koh Tao, Koh Samui, and Koh Phi Phi hard sell with relaxing messages and tropical cuisine. Coming in at number 7, we have Mexico with 45 million visitors. While most known by tourists for its selection of relaxing getaways, vibrant nightlife, and all-inclusive beachfront resorts, Mexico also celebrates its cultural pride and expressive artistic nature that allows for architectural triumphs in both Teotihuacan pyramids, Mayan temples, and colonial towns, as well as masterful art, home to the likes of Frida Kahlo and Diego Rivera. Underground artistic movements have also brought dance and street art to the forefront. Beyond the city's endless cultural riches are also eye-catching jungles, volcanoes, deserts, and coasts. Mexico's boundless nature offers adventures for both hikers and divers. And making it at number 6 in the list, we have Turkey with 51,200,000 200,000 visitors. Turkey smolders with desert heat and sun-beaten ruins, backed by the enticing thrum of bustling cities. Having been conquered by the Romans, Byzantines, and Ottomans, Turkey treks its story from fervent Istanbul to the romantic Mediterranean coast. On the way are magical landscapes that range from jutting rock formations to glittering lakes and olive groves, rugged mountains, and beautiful beaches. As if Turkey wasn't alluring enough, its culinary specialties draw from both inland and coastal sources. Spiced kebabs, oil-cooked vegetables, and sweet baklava barely skim the trove of local eats. And making it at the halfway point of today's video, we have Italy with 64,500,000 visitors. The arts come to mind when we think of Italy. The Byzantine architectures, Padua's frescoes, Michelangelo's David, and the greatest of Da Vinci's works, to name a few. Heritage sites feature the remnants of ancient Rome and subsequent empires left in the form of ruins, archaeological sites, churches, and manors. Attention to aesthetics translates into the everyday details too. Italy is home to some of the biggest fashion minds. On the more natural spectrum is extraordinary geological diversity. From the turquoise coral reefs to the icy Alps, Italy flourishes in blues and greens. Where nature is abundant, culinary delights follow. Indulge in the powdery dough of pizza, pasta, and pastry, and an array of fine wines. All right, up at number 4, we have China with 65,700,000 visitors. It is impossible to capture neither China's vastness nor the breadth of its existence. Besides fast developed cities are ancient crumbling villages, the time-worn Great Wall, vibrant hues of Buddhist temples, and water towns. When you've had your fill of modern malls and artifact-filled museums, spare time for China's magnificent landscapes. Choose between Yangshu's winding river, Hong Kong's concrete jungle scape, haunting Mongolia deserts, and the floral crown of Qinghai Lake. Or maybe you're better off picking at the historical intrigues within Beijing's Forbidden City, perhaps seeking out the hidden speakeasies of Shanghai. Regardless, if you come for the scenery, you stay for the food, for China's culinary variations mean anything can be eaten, and eaten with relish. All right, coming in at number 3, we have the United States with 79,300,000 visitors. America has always been a popular travel destination due to its sprawl of metropolises and small town charms. With travel patterns trending toward city hopping and road tripping, America's endless highways are ever appealing. New York City, Los Angeles, Las Vegas, Chicago, and Boston are ever evolving urban spaces that boast mixed cultures and cuisines. There is then musical Austin and free-spirited Portland, as San Francisco is dynamic as its coastal waves, and Miami, which entertains with beaches and nightlife. There's also the Grand Canyon, the miles of lush rainforests and country lanes, and when you tune into the radio, the jazz, country, hip-hop, rock, and pop music keeps you company through this mishmash of sights. Coming in at number 2, we have Spain with 83,700,000. Passion flares in Spain, a country crafted for the good life. Embark on an epic road trip looping from Barcelona to Madrid. Gather around the Gothic quarters of Barcelona and browse the experimental works of Gaudi before taking off for the mysterious Alhambra in Granada or the flamenco halls of Seville. There is also Bilbao and San Sebastian in the north, ready to satiate your hunger with delicious pinchos or tapas and avant-garde architecture. For nature that transforms every season, visit the hills of Picos de Europa, the sandy beaches of Menorca, or party it up in Mallorca. And coming in at number 1, the country with the most visitors is France, with 89,400,000 visitors. France is without a doubt the most visited country in the world, with this record in 2019. Patched up with idyllic villages and romantic cities, France wears its culture in both iconic landmarks and traditional settings. The country's noble castles, villas, and cathedrals pull off ostentatious decor attributed to its long centuries of royal history. The quaint village square markets, beautiful cafe terraces, and the daily rituals of a coffee and croissant present an aura of luxury and timelessness. Don't overlook France's nature either. The lyrical forests of Corsica and the warm waters of the French Riviera are well-sought retreats for city dwellers. All right, friends, this brings us to the end of our video on the 10 most visited countries of the world. I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed putting it together for you. It is always cool to learn about travel in relation to specific countries around the world. So let me know, what was your top country from today's list? Leave your comments below. We love to hear from you. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll catch you right here next time on FTD Facts. Bye.